Start of the football season just around the corner. A lot of people are already hard at work putting their fantasy football teams together. The same concept can really apply when it comes to your finances. Financial planner Rob Wilson is here to explain exactly who you need on your financial fantasy team and why. Rob, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Rick.
Glad you're here as we think about, okay, you need a quarterback, you need 2 or 3 wide receivers, you need a slot, you need a couple of running backs, a defense, and a kicker. What? Oh, that's not the same kind of
Not
thing,
exactly.
right?
But for the folks who aren't necessarily familiar with fantasy football, it's a game that you can play with your buddies. You pick real NFL players and put them on your team from all the different teams in the NFL, and you get points for what they do in the actual games.
Right.
Now, this might be a little something like how my mom used to tell me, well, if you would have just spent enough time on your homework as you do on this other stuff, then maybe you'd be better off. So I think if we spent maybe a little bit more time putting our financial fantasy team together as we did playing fantasy football, because that stuff takes a lot of time.
Right.
If we spend a little bit more time on this, I think we'd be better off in the end.
What do you mean by putting together your fantasy financial team? I mean, it's not a matter of having 6 different people who are dealing with, because aren't you better off to deal with one person when it comes to your financial advice? Or
well, here's where I'm going with this. You know, once you get out of a school setting, nobody really cares if you get what you want for your life except for your parents, your spouse, and a dog, if you have one running around at home. So what happens is when you get out into the real world, you're going to need a group of people who are willing to invest in your success if you truly want to get your life to the next level or wherever you want to be. So this sort of becomes your personal board of directors, so to speak, just like a publicly traded corporation would have one, or a nonprofit organization would have a board of directors. You know, there's a famous saying out there that says you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And so if you really want to elevate your life, I think you need to surround yourself with good people, because at the end of the day, I don't believe there's anything as a self-made success. You know, everybody had some sort of help along the way, and the more intentional you can be about that by surrounding yourself with good people, right, the easier it's going to be for you.
So basically, these are mentors, if you will. These are people that sort of spur you along and give you a kick in the seat of the pants when you need it, and also sort of stroke you when maybe you're down, right?
100%. So I sort of have a list of the 5 types of people that I think you need to have on your financial fantasy team. And the first one is a professional, so maybe a financial advisor or an attorney or an accountant or someone like that who you can call up and ask for advice. Now, this doesn't mean that you can always get this stuff for free. You don't want to take advantage of people, because these folks obviously get paid for their advice.
They're professionals.
But it's an amazing opportunity to have somebody that you can trust, and you know that you can cut through a lot of the BS and they're going to give it to you straight.
Right.
The second person that you have to have is a connector. You know, there's always somebody that just knows everyone in the community. So you want to find who is that influential person in the community that you can befriend or connect with, that's going to introduce you to other people, that's going to bring you to events. I've been helped in my career immensely by folks who just, you know, took an interest in my career and would take me to events. And then once those people start seeing you over and over again, it's a lot easier to do business with them in the future. Mm-hmm. You remember the movie Austin Powers?
Sure.
So the villain in that movie had a little sidekick named Minime.
Right.
Well, I say that you don't want to surround yourself with mini-me's and everybody who has the same job as you or thinks the same way that you do. What you want to do is go out and find a mega you. And so what I mean by that is you want to find somebody, whatever you want to do, somebody has already done it. Go find the person who is at the point in their life where you want to be in the future, and go ask questions. Figure out how they did it. They can help you avoid a lot of those mistakes. If you're inside a company, you want to find a sponsor, somebody who's in your company and willing to let you know when the good projects are coming up or a job opening.
When you say
so
sponsor?
Not necessarily your boss, but maybe a high-ranking executive that believes in you, that trusts you, that can give you the insight to help you move, you know, on through your job in the corporation.
Gotcha.
And the last one is you have to have a coach. I say everybody needs to have their own Mike Tomlin. I like to call myself the Mike Tomlin of money, all right? But you have to have a coach, somebody that's going to hold you accountable for doing the things that you say that's important to you, that's going to give you the brutal, honest truth, and it's not going to let you accept mediocrity in your life. And if you have somebody there in your corner, I think you'll be better off.
So how do you start finding these people? I mean, that's the $64 million question, $64,000 question, right?
You got that right. First thing is you have to determine your needs. So if I'm a financial person, I may not need that. There may be other people that are better at sales or marketing or information technology. You want to surround yourself with people who are better than you at a certain skill set that you're looking for, and those are the people that you want to ask to be on your team. And look, give first. This relationship can't be all about me, okay? First look to see what you can add to these people's lives, then ask them to be on your team later on down the line. You gotta just not be afraid to pick up the phone and ask sometimes. Some people get intimidated and they're not sure, but look, if the worst thing that somebody can say about you is that you called them up and asked them for some mentorship, then I think you're probably living a pretty good life. And you know, it's never been more easier to reach out to somebody with the advent of social media. Folks that you may not have direct contact for, you can Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, all of these vehicles that you can use to contact people. And the last thing is make it easy. These people have their own lives, businesses, careers that they're trying to be successful in. Make it easy. Tell them know what you need, how often you want to meet. Go to their office, take them to lunch. If you can make it easy on them, they'll spend their time with you.
Good advice. Rob, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and good luck with your fantasy football.
And I would draft you first, by the way.
You would?
I would.
What position?
Quarterback.
Tall guy. Anyway, Rob, thanks so much for being here. Financial planner Rob Wilson. Got great information and great insight on how to deal with your money matters. For more financial tips, you can visit his website. We've got a link on our site, kdk.com/PTL.